everybody. Welcome to Wingman's Hangar, episode, I think, 36. I'm Eric Wingman Peterson.
And I'm Keith McCormic.
And if you're new to the show, this is an inside look at everything Descendent Studios as we reboot the popular 90s game Descent with
Descent Underground.
Descent Underground. Everything you want to know, and some things you probably don't want to know about Descent Underground. We always start out by saying thank you very much to all the new Dissenters. Look at that. That's amazing.
Wow.
It's been a great week. A lot of new people in the mines.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's good to see. If you see them out there and they're flying, help them out. Thousands of players on Steam as well. We always want to thank you guys. And welcome to our new Undergrounders. Oh, Chunkalug, Cosmic D, DKH, Helms A8790, and Jitris. Thank you guys very much. And if you're not in the Underground, what the Underground are doing right now, they're actually playing the game and testing out the newest build.
The new features.
The Underground is sort of our first line of defense. We don't have any testers here. We're like a very thin group of developers. And so if you want to help test the game, you can join the Underground. It helps the dev out a little bit. It's like $10 a month, but you get the earliest access. Right now, they're testing out a lot of new stuff. So anyway, thank you guys very much for being part of the Underground. Coming up this week, we have the Week in Review, including our ever-popular
Studio Snapshot.
This week's Most Valuable Post, featuring him. And, of course, forum feedback with your questions, and sometimes we get a video. But I don't think we have one this week. So what's happened this week, Keith? Well, it's a big proving grounds. A lot of people are playing the
There's a lot of stuff in the proving grounds this week, yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit of this. So, afterburners.
Yep.
Afterburners is in there. Proximity mines. Oh, it's really cool when they do the chain reaction thing. You can actually set traps that way.
And some wonderful things to do to people that aren't paying quite enough attention when they're going for those power-ups.
Yeah, we'll put a prox miner right behind it. Rama map is in, so we have a new map. The trauma map.
Yes, the
Tron map.
Tron map, yeah.
We have lots of new matchmaking features. So you can now do private matches. If you want to do up to 2, 3, 4 people of your friends, you can set up the way it works is you get in there, you create a match,
you
set
pick
a
map, you pick a game type, and then you can
You pick a what? You pick your what?
Your map and your game type.
You pick your map and your game type. So you pick your map, you pick your game type, you don't pick your nose or your ass, and that's how you get in there and do the game.
I certainly hope they're not.
But the cool thing is you're going to pick your map, so...
Which should always be Rama.
Right, yeah. The originator, he's the one who started the map. The Torch is in there.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, the Torch is like our prequel to the Pyro GX, so if you're used to what the Pyro looks like, you'll like the Torch. New sounds are included.
Yes. Including the sound for dropping the laser grenade.
Oh, much asked for.
So you kind of hear something just before it goes up.
Yeah, for a while it was a silent but deadly. Yeah. SPD. But now it's got a little noise in there, so if you're paying attention to that, you can hear that coming out. And a fundamental change in Capture the Core.
Yes.
If you're in the core, it's radioactive, and so you're
losing shields.
Takes your shields down.
Yeah.
So it makes it harder for somebody to own one team to own the core because they'll basically lose all their shielding, making it much easier to kill. So that's one way. We Capture the Core. We still have a great thread up about that. I don't think that's completely there yet.
Yeah, we're working with the community, and the whole team is trying to how do we make Capture the Core really the awesome thing that it was in our heads to begin
we've
with.
got Conquest coming at some point too, which is multiple cores, and that's more of a Capture the Core. This is really like a hard point kind of thing. But anyway, so yeah, we're getting there. This is kind of a half measure, but it still makes the game more fun. And of course, now it's time for this week's Studio Snapshot.
Drop a tunnel of proxies. Watch what happens. You get closer. Whoa! You didn't even show it to him, man. You went too fast.
I'm going to display a bunch of these. What's these tiny little things? Oh, they inflate. I know they're all ready, and I'm going to shoot one. And I'm going to...
Oh, I love that explosion.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Chain reaction.
Oh, chain reaction.
Once you spawn, to prevent spawn campers, we make you invulnerable for 3 seconds unless you shoot. And this is the effect that lets everyone know I cannot shoot this guy.
We're trying to find and fix the movement speed so that Tyler can continue on Afterburner and test it properly.
So right now, I just automatically fly backwards. I've made a ton of progress on the movement thing, and Tricork's back, baby!
Crunch.
Significantly faster. Oh, and also Afterburner now works in directions other than the positive X on the map. Woo, Afterburner.
Well, we always have a lot of fun making this
Oh,
game.
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on. It's always good to see studio snapshots. I know Phil likes to have that in his blog.
Yes, this is very important for Phil's blog.
Yeah, I think this is Phil's blog, to be honest. And we are still on Steam. We have thousands of players on Steam. More and more come every single day. And our approval rating right now is at 87%. We've had quite a few positive reviews. We're very positive right now.
Yes.
We've had a couple negatives. So most of the negatives are pretty nice. They're saying, just wait a bit or whatever. Or I think some of them didn't know to hit quick match to play multiplayer.
That's true. We did have that one guy that didn't know about the multiplayer.
Yeah, and so because of that, we've actually moved quick match down to 1 of 3 where it now says multiplayer.
And quick matches pops up after you hit
Right,
multiplayer,
exactly. So it's we've moved it around and hey man, that's our bad. So if you haven't left a review on Steam, you can do it 2 ways. You can either get the game through Steam, leave a review, or you can link your current account to Steam from our site, and then you can also leave a review on Steam about the game because then it'll show you have it, and we always like to have good reviews.
Lots of good reviews.
Lots of good reviews. The more better. It helps us out. And speaking of that, here's our Steam review of the week. Nice stinger. So how would you like to read the review of the week?
Sure.
Okay, let's do
that. So this week's is from Wilkie PJ. As soon as I heard about this game on Kickstarter, I backed it. And I'm glad I did. This game captures the essence of what Descent was back in the day. I still remember the guy who did not get the 6th-off game mode and was completely confused by it, sitting spinning in the middle of the room. Cannon fodder. This game is really fun, even this early in the development. My hat goes off to Wingman, Designopotamus, Pixley, and the crew for what is the next generation of Descent games. Fun, fast-paced, and kind of addictive. My only criticism, sort out the mouse controls. The current iteration needs more work. I cannot wait to see the final game and experience the multiplayer and single player in all its glory.
Wow, that's a good review. And he's right. We are sorting out the mouse controls. And I think there's something coming up about Flufball to help a lot of people that might be struggling out there with the mouse. There's most of them, it's a settings issue, but there are some we know we still have issues for. So thank you very much for your review. And good job reading it, man.
Well, thank you.
I could not have done that better myself. So what's going on this week? Obviously, we have the Bot Slayer Challenge. What is a Bot Slayer Challenge?
Well, as many of you have found out, down in the bottom corner in the drone bay is a thing that says versus bots. And we would like to see who can get the best score versus bots.
For each ship or just the best
Just the best overall score because time counts.
Yeah, bonuses for getting it done earlier.
Exactly. So if you can kill all the bots in the shortest amount of time,
27-0
with the least deaths,
with
that then you could be our winner. So what we need you to do is take a screenshot of your scoreboard, which you can do with either F9 or if you're running in Steam with F12, and put that up on Twitter with the hashtag BotSlayer, and make sure that you call attention to @DescentUground.
There's a post up in the forums too about it.
Yeah, we'll have the post up in the forums.
In case you're struggling to really quickly write this down.
Right here. So let's see your bot scores.
And do they win something?
They do. Not only are you going to get a forum badge for that, but also we're giving away free months of the Underground.
Ooh, I like it. You can get in the Underground so you can be playing some of the cool stuff.
You can be in the Proving Grounds and help us
what if you're already in Undergrounder? I guess
it'll extend.
Oh, very nice.
It'll extend your time.
Okay. We also have some new artwork. Check out this week's beautiful corner. Nice little beautiful corner there. Well, you know what? What's in the beautiful corner this week? So we want to know if you guys recognize, this. Anybody recognize that? What could that be? It's starting to look a little more like...
No, that's not what it is.
I know I've seen that. It looks like a screw top on a Dr. Pepper right there. Oh! The pig.
Originally the auger.
Originally the auger, which
Yeah.
has been tossed. This
Totally redone.
This is now right. We're calling it the Rift.
Oh.
Why would
cool.
Why would we call it the Rift? Well, that's an interesting question because the reason we're redoing that right now is because we are building out, and Michael will show you some pictures here. We're building out the cockpit, the first foray into the cockpits for certain ships for our VR modes, and so you can take a look at that. There's
To help you orient.
Right.
So you can-
It's a test, right? We're doing a test because some people say that when you just have a HUD up, that it might give you motion sickness.
Yeah, so this helps you get
It
back.
helps you orient yourself into the in the game. So we're testing that out. We will have some cockpitted ships later, and this is kind of our first step in that direction. So we want to let you guys in on that because that's what we do.
Cool.
Also, we have this week's Agents of the Underground.
Oh, wow.
I love it. All those are the folks that are streaming our game out there. Please make sure. Yeah, I know it's very cool. Please make sure you guys go check them out. It's important that we support them because they're supporting us. In fact, Geek Domo, we partnered with
Cool.
Geek Domo on some stuff coming up. So pay attention to his channel. I think it's Twitch.tv/Geek Domo, and watch for that. And I believe we're going to be meeting a streamer later in the show.
Nice.
Yep, should be fun. And now it's time for
Oh, I'm on?
you with what?
Oh, most valuable post. Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we celebrate someone who's made a positive contribution to Descent Underground and the community. This week, we're recognizing someone who wrote a really long and involved post on a controversial topic and did it in an amazingly good way. They expressed their opinion rather than trying to claim that they knew everything. They gave evidence. In fact, they made videos showing exactly what they were talking about. They offered what they came up with as a suggestion, but did so with a great deal of humility, and really came up with something that is an amazing guide for other people who are struggling with the same problem. In this case, mouse controls. So this week, we want to celebrate someone who's created what is essentially the poster child for Most Valuable Post. So congratulations, Flufball. You made this week's Most Valuable Post.
Congratulations, Flufball, and Rob Irving has shown up. How you doing, man?
I'm here.
You're here. Now, that Flufball post about mouse controls was amazing.
Wonderful. Very good contribution.
Broke it down.
Thank
A
you
lot
very
of people
much.
that are struggling. Some we admit we have a bug we're working on, but some that can be fixed simply by learning how to set it up right and how it's supposed to work.
We should just make some video of Phil playing the game and just film his hands because
Well, that's what
Phil,
Flufball did.
Yeah, that's. Yeah,
I know.
that's it.
Oh, and guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for forum feedback.
I'm totally over that head.
The heated cabeza.
I think we need a new head.
Yeah, we do. Or the little ones. I want the little ones
Little
back.
ones again.
Well, let's get right to it. From Warclaw Thunderhammer.
Wow.
Is there still a plan to add alpha and beta environments in the long term? Yes. Right now, the way it's working, though, because our audience is not as big as we need it to be, which is we're all getting there, spreading it out, we're going forward. But right now, we work. Proving Grounds goes first, then we add alpha, and then we add beta to the Proving Grounds, and then we shut Proving Grounds down and we push it all to early access.
Yeah.
So
Right now we're moving at a fast clip.
Yeah.
So it's hard to draw out those phases as long as we'd
but
like.
we will. It's still a benefit to being an alpha and a beta member for sure.
Absolutely.
From Halprin, will there be features for clans in game? For instance, making a game that only the clan members can see and join the automatically prepending the clan's tag to pilot's names.
It's a big word there.
That is, I don't know if I did that right.
Close enough.
I don't know.
I could read it on the card.
So are there gonna be features for clans in the game?
Okay, so what we're doing already is kind of
Steps
the
in
first
the right
step
direction.
of that is you can do private games and you can just invite your buds. The tricky thing there actually is that there's really two questions there. One of them is, can you have clan games, which in the long term we'd like it to be easier, so if you're on your clan page you can just start a game right there that's for your clan.
Well, we've got several ways. I mean, the clans are gonna be able to host their own servers eventually too.
Sure, but the other thing is preventing the tags, which is we don't have a tagging system in yet, and it's non-trivial. And probably not one of our most urgent features for sure.
Right.
Although, eventually when we do the kill a dev achievements, we'll want to have dev tags on people. So
Kill a dev?
all the dev tags will go on you. It's basically kill a wingman.
Kill a wingman?
Yes.
It's always kill a
For
wingman
fun and
every
profit.
day anyway.
Yeah, I know. As soon as they see us in there, for some reason, it's
great.
like everybody's crosshairs turn right towards us.
So first of all, you'll be able to play with your friends
Yes.
like coming up this next week when hopefully the big release will come. You'll be able to set up private matches. You'll be able to set up matches where you can send a code out to the people you want to play with, and they'll be able to join your match, and you guys can all go frolicking in there together. So
Frolicking.
That's the first step of that kind of stuff.
So we know what you guys will be doing on Thanksgiving. That's all I can
Frolicking.
say. Frolicking.
Frolicking. Ooh, from Pyro Jockey. When will tricording return?
Soon. Read my blog.
Okay, then.
So Tyler's blog, the Pixley blog, I think it's Pixley's cleverly named blog or something along
Yeah,
those
that's why
lines.
he thinks it's cleverly named.
Right. Yeah, that blog
Calling it
post
cleverly named
from-
is not actually cleverly naming anything.
Well, that
Tough.
Well, let's go.
Bonus creeper down.
Let's go to the next one. From Pudelz. When will rear view be implemented? Well,
That would come in really handy right about
I
now.
know. We should know that. So rear view though.
That is actually on the higher end of our priority list for features. It is a matter of evaluating the performance effects. It may have to be a full camera switch.
Rendering
on
this
off.
way, rendering that
Yeah.
way, same time,
Yeah,
double
so
rendering.
maybe not an inset window at first. It may just be a hold to look back and then let go to come back forward type of thing. I'd like to also do that with a scoreboard eventually. So if you just hold down the tab key, it holds up until you let go.
Like, oh yeah, that should be for
So
sure.
figuring out how to make those controls work differently depending on your button press is also part of it. So there are a few tasks involved, but it is definitely on the near frontier, not the far frontier.
Right. So read Tyler's blog for that, I guess. His cleverly named one. From Kamikaze Wombat. What is Wingman's weight? Yeah. Haven't heard it in a while. Well, yeah. Well, there's a reason for that. So let's just get right to it. I guess the answer for that question is going to be...
And that's what I call a close shave. In other news, this week marks the 300th anniversary of commercial asteroid mining. In 2015, the former United States of America voted overwhelmingly to recognize the rights of corporations to own resources they extracted from space rocks. Not long after that, Parthenon Orbital claimed the first mineable asteroid, leading to the Asteroid Treaty of 2047. You know, back when I was a young VR spawn, every school child had to learn this stuff, but don't get me started on today's so-called classrooms. My offspring go to St. Ford's School for Promising Youth, and so should yours. And this just in, Sheng Chao is paying sizable signing bonuses for promising young pilots. If your son or daughter enjoys video games, touch the screen now to apply for an aptitude test. Be sure to tell them Bob Narcissus from REN News sent you. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, well, not quite where you want to be, but, you know, where there's a will, there's a way.
Right.
Get back on that horse.
But it's nice that we got that out there for people to see, because they were asking that question.
It was very good of you to get back out there in front of them.
I know. It's a lot of me to get out there. So, anyway, now it's time for this week's Hot Topic. Cool. This one's from Rooster61, and he talks about the plasma gun, what works and what doesn't work right now. So
The pea shooter? It's not a very
it does look
popular
like
weapon.
It does look a little bit like your Plants vs Zombies, and you're shooting pew, 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 you know, out there. So
Well, okay, so two things there.
yeah.
The effect editor in Unreal is still a little bit of a mystery to me, so
Right.
I could only do so much with the effect we had to get it into the game. So we need to take it back for another round of effects pass to really scale it up to make it look right. Because when I scaled it too big, it looked like a bubble with a little...
It still looks like a bubble, though. Yeah. But we're going to. So there'll be an effects pass. It was more important for us to get it in there, get the speed of it, get it balanced. Which is the second part of that, because the size of the peas.
The peas are still the same size,
the
but
plasma
the
peas.
collision sphere is a little bigger.
Collision spheres are different, and also because we're in such higher resolution now, the ship is smaller. I mean, it looks smaller in perspective than it did back when it first came out. Then it was 640, 480, or 80 or 60.
That's true. But yeah, it's a little bigger and a little faster right now, so you'll see an improvement in hitting with it. But you won't see an improvement in the effect until we can get another effects pass on.
Yeah, and we actually in the Proving Grounds right now, I think it's already been, some of this has been addressed. So get in there, try that out if you're in the underground, and let us know your thoughts. Keep it going in the thread. So cool. Thank you very much, Rooster61, and everybody else that's posted in that thread. That's this week's Hot Topic. So earlier this week, we got to meet one of the streamers, one of the Let's Play streamers who are streaming Descent Underground. Let's take a look and get to meet Rogue Assassin. Hey everybody, we're here with Rogue Assassin. She's a new PC streamer out there, and she's going to be taking a look at Descent Underground pretty soon, and we thought we'd reach out and say hello and see what she's all about. So, hi.
Hi.
Why don't you tell the world of, we've got 5s of viewers, so, don't be So what? Tell us about yourself. Who are you? How did you get into this?
Okay, so name's actually Amy,
Amy, okay.
or Rogue Assassin 5. Basically, I started gaming when I was younger, and then as a favour from my brother, I decided to start up my own esports team.
So you have you do esports?
Yeah. So we play in Call of Duty, Halo, CS:GO. Now that we've started to move over to the PC side of things, and pretty much still moving on from then, trying to get bigger.
So now you're not only that, you're in the military, right?
Yeah, I'm currently serving medic in the British Army.
That's very cool. First of all, thank you for your service, and thanks for all you guys do. And you're in the Army, and they give you time to game?
No. It's a big job trying to juggle gaming and working. And not only that, I've recently volunteered for Operation Supply Drop, which is a charity organisation, which is quite close to my heart because they obviously support veterans and currently serving members of the armed forces with gaming supply drops and stuff. So that's quite a big thing that's come on. So I'm trying to juggle everything. It's quite hectic, but fun at the same time.
That's really cool. So now you're going to be trying out Descent Underground for the first time next week, I think, right?
Well, actually, I had to go this morning when I first woke up.
Oh, this is a risk then. What did you think?
To be honest, it was a really good game. The only issue was, as you mentioned previously, it's more of a controller game, which my controller's at home. But
well, it's mouse and keyboard. You've got to. It's finicky in the mouse and keyboard. We've got a post coming. It takes some time to get it tuned correctly. Well, I don't know. I'm telling you, but you tell me what you thought.
But to be honest, it took me probably about 2 or 3 goes playing with just the bots to try and work out what was going on. But it wasn't too difficult with the keyboard and mouse. Good. Obviously, it'd be a lot easier with the controller. I would do that a little bit. Get used to your controllers. Get to where you can go up, down, 6 degrees of freedom, and then jump in. Then you hit the quick match button, which will get you into a multiplayer match against people all over the world. And there's some really good pilots out there, so to speak. That's why I'll wait a little bit. Yeah, I think that's wise. I mean, I go in there sometimes to get curb stomped, depending on who's in the game, and that's my own thing. And we've got the ranking system coming. So good. So you'll be streaming that next week then, coming up, right? Yep. Cool. Now, how did you get into streaming? How did that happen? By accident. I started watching people streaming, and I decided that I wanted to try it myself. I started streaming originally just on the Xbox, and then I decided I wanted to try and do PC gaming, which was a risk. Built my own PC just for the hell of it, because I thought I might as well, and then started getting into PC gaming. And obviously, the integration with streaming on a PC is a lot easier than connecting all these cables up with a recorder and everything to your console. So. What are you using to start? What software are you using? Is OBS, I imagine, or? XSplit at the moment. Yep, XSplit works great too. Yeah. And you've got a Twitch channel. So this is a good time to say, look, here comes her channels right here on screen. You've got your Twitch TV, Rogue Assassin 5. YouTube, you've got a YouTube channel. We'll put that there too. Twitter. What's RG Twitter? What's Rogue Gaming? What is that? So that's our esports team. Right on. And basically, that's just our Twitter to our main hub of where all our contact information is and how to contact us. We've got, we're building an arena. The next patch for our game actually has our first arena we have an esports mode coming out. Imagine that you've got a soccer field, or that you can pick up the ball, run with it, but you can only hold it for 3 seconds before you have to pass it to a teammate or it causes you to explode. Meanwhile, people can blow you up, cause you all this other stuff. If you bounce it off walls, or how many times you bounce, you get extra points, scoring a goal.
And then on top of that, there is what we call a game master, which could be a streamer, which controls the playing field. So they can take votes from the audience and decide to change the dynamics of the playing field in real time.
Oh, wow.
So,
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. It does. See, it does sound awesome. All we got to do is not screw it up. Now, you're a medic in the military. Are you like on a medical copter? How does that work? Are you ground pounder? What's going on with that?
Basically, we're anywhere and everywhere. So at the moment, I'm just going to be going to Brecon to do basically med cover for any infantry platoons that are coming through, any training. But yeah, if we're basically fully trained to work on the helicopters, on the ground, in an ambulance, out on the ground with the infantry, you name it, we do it.
That's really cool. So that's very awesome. And you're streaming next week. You stream every day. Yep. When do you stream?
Usually every day. Obviously, there's a bit of an issue at the moment. We move into my new barracks, but it'll be pretty much every day as soon as I finish work till about 10 or 11 when I go to bed, and then at weekends pretty much all the time because I've got nothing else better to do.
Well, that's good. But your audience, I'm sure, enjoys that. Yeah. We enjoy that. And so I want to say thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to seeing your stream. Hey, we look forward to having you as a partner and being part of this this game as we grow it from, well, basically 0 to hopefully hero. So thank you very much.
Thank you anyway.
Rogue Assassin 5, everybody. Say bye.
Bye.
Well, coming up this week at Descendent Studios, Proving Grounds, all the stuff in the underground right now is heading to Steam Early Access. All you guys are going to get all that cool stuff, the Rama map, the torch, tricording, proximity mines, all the new changes and features. Ramming stuff now causes damage. All that stuff's coming to Steam next week, as well as a career page. We're going to start keeping persistent results on the achievements you earn. There's a bunch of new achievements that we're putting in there as well for, capturing the core, for, I don't know if Killing the Dev will be in there, but, some of them are coming. It's a lot of stuff to add to the stickiness of the game. Also, we have 3 achievements for, speaking of Capture the Core, we have 3 achievements for, and I'm going to do them in the achievement voice, which you guys may recognize. If you're mining the core, a certain amount of points are going to get you miner. And if you get a little more points, if you've been a core hound for the rest of that, it's major miner. And then, of course, if you've been mining the hell out of that core for the team in one map, you'll get master miner. And I apologize to all those out there who are now laughing their ass off because that was horrible. But those are some of the achievements you're going to be getting, and that is sort of the voice you'll be hearing, although we'll touch it up a bit. Our Dan Wentz will create a much better experience for you guys. Thank you guys to our Underground members. Thanks to all of our dissenters out there who've taken us from Kickstarter to where we are now, Steam Early Access, everybody else. Keep spreading the word. We need as many people in here as possible to help us play the game. We got to reach critical mass, so there's always a game out there for everybody to play. Keep spreading the word. That's very important. Subscribe to our YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook channels. And I think we're going to have a referral program coming up where we get people to join the Twitter and stuff like that. So look for that. Keith's got some ideas to make this kind of a social thing for us to do. Submit your forum feedback questions on our forums for this here show. And we will see you all underground.
There has been an awakening. Will you be enticed by the dark side or embrace the light side? Discover your destiny with the CoverGirl Star Wars collection. 3 luminous looks from the light and 3 mesmerizing looks from the dark. The Force is strong. Feel its power. The CoverGirl Star Wars collection. Which side are you on?